Fire DMs, exes in the press, and the golden retriever boyfriend. These two were a PR stunt waiting to happen. But are they actually the real deal? Here are the deets on Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes. The way Kelsea Ballerini and Chase Stokes met was pretty standard for 2023, but the singer revealed on the Call Her Daddy podcast that she had actually slid into Chase's DMs. She recalled, "He shoots in Charleston and my manager lives there and he put the bug in my ear. He was like, you know who's really cute, when you're ready? It's Chase." Ballerini agreed with her manager on Chase's looks, so she followed him on Instagram. Luckily, Stokes followed her right back. Ballerini then went on to shoot her shot by just saying hi to him in a message. While that obviously worked out for her, it's worth mentioning that Ballerini says that she never saw Stokes' show Outer Banks beforehand. That seems to have changed, since she promoted the third season of the show on her Instagram story months later. Stokes and Ballerini played coy about their romance before ever confirming that they were officially dating, but they dropped plenty of hints for fans to speculate that something was going on between them. It was a friend's Instagram post of the two at a football game in January 2023 that seemingly sparked the dating rumors in the first place, because they looked awfully cozy in a group photo. Stokes didn't seem to mind the attention, since days later he shared his own photo from the game, cuddling up in the stands. Stokes may not have made things with Ballerini Instagram official exactly, but he did make it known that they were at least hanging out. Still, he wasn't willing to divulge too much more when asked about their relationship by TMZ. He stated, "We're having a good time, and that's all I'll say.
My favorite thing about our relationship is what no one sees."
Ballerini remained just as mum at the time, but did give what looked like a glimpse of Stokes on her TikTok. She shared a video of herself in bed, moving the camera just enough to show just a bit of what appeared to be his arm. Ballerini got together with Stokes on the heels of her split from fellow country singer Morgan Evans. The two finalized their divorce in November 2022 after tying the knot back in 2017. Evans seemed to blame Ballerini for the divorce in a statement and then blasted her in his breakup song Over For You. Ballerini was apparently enraged over the song and later shaded Evans on the Call Her Daddy podcast, explaining, "It was really opportunistic for him to put that out when he did, when we were still going through the legalities of getting divorced, and I felt really used in that moment." Ballerini also wanted to make it clear that she had never blindsided him like he had claimed. According to her, the pair had been fighting a lot and were already separated before their divorce. It seems that Ballerini didn't want to air her dirty laundry because she initially told CBS News that it just didn't work out. She said, "That sometimes is like a difficult narrative to get your head around when you're like, this is a good person and I'm a good person and this is just no longer good anymore."
I don't want to keep harping on the past. It's the past.
Of course, Ballerini ended up telling her side of the story with her divorce EP, Rolling Up the Welcome Mat. Ballerini isn't Stokes' first high-profile girlfriend. He was previously in a relationship with his Outer Banks co-star Madeline Klein for over a year. The Netflix stars had confirmed they were dating in June 2020 by sharing a photo of a beach date on both of their Instagrams. From there, they continued to gush about each other on social media and talk about their romance in interviews. Needless to say, many weren't happy when the fan-favorite TV couple broke up by October 2021. It's unclear why the duo split, though, because they kept that information more private than their relationship. Klein later explained to Cosmo, "Making my relationship public made it everybody else's business, and I realized the negative side effects of that while going through the breakup." Stokes, however, did suggest that they had ended things on good terms. He complimented Klein in an interview with People, noting that he'll always be cheering her on. The exes did continue to work together on Outer Banks, but they both claimed that they promised from the beginning to never let their personal relationship impact their performances on the show. Stokes told Entertainment Weekly, "Work was always going to come first. We promise that no matter what happens in our personal lives, we're always going to honor the work." It's safe to say that Stokes is a huge fan of Kelsea Ballerini. The actor has been super supportive of his girlfriend's career ever since they got together. In February 2023, he took to his Instagram story to praise her for her EP, Rolling Up the Welcome Mat. He then shared his excitement for her Saturday Night Live debut.
I mean, she's the best, and I'm so excited for her and everything happening in her career right now.
But her stint on SNL wasn't the first time Stokes had watched Ballerini perform. He's been seen attending many of her concerts. That might be why Stokes was labeled a quote, golden retriever boyfriend by fans who have taken notice of his enthusiasm for his girlfriend.
He's like the most emotionally intelligent man I've ever met in my life. Wow. I keep telling him he's a man written by a woman.
Even so, Stokes told ET that he didn't mind that title.
Just to see her music and her kind of shine in the ways that she's getting in recent time, it's been beautiful.
It's pretty obvious just how smitten these two are with each other. Stokes, for one, can't help but rave about his girlfriend anytime he's asked about her in interviews. In February 2023, he talked about how lovely she is during an interview with People. Days later, he took it a step further.
She's an incredible human being. Adore her to death.
Ballerini is seemingly just as taken with Stokes. During one of her 2023 concerts, she changed a lyric in one of her songs to sing the name John B., which is Stokes' character on Outer Banks. The singer gushed about their relationship in the press, too, telling Today, "It's just nice to feel so supported and seen. He's such a wonderful human being." In addition to that, Stokes and Ballerini flirt on social media. In June 2023, they both posted about how Stokes had flown from Charleston, South Carolina, where he was filming, to Seattle, which is where Ballerini was on tour, just so they could spend a little time together. In the comments, Ballerini wrote, "Best 24 hours. Ugh, my heart." Some celebs keep their relationship private, but Ballerini and Stokes seem to have no problem sharing their love with the world. While the twosome were already talking about each other to the press and posting each other on social media in early 2023, they waited until that April to make their official red carpet debut. At the CMT Awards, they held hands and posed their butts off. Ballerini even said on the pre-show, "I'm really happy. This is our first outing, so I'm like, come on into my world and then bring me into Charleston." If you ask Ballerini, going public apparently was a no-brainer once they realized that they both felt the same way. In July 2023, she explained to Stylecaster, "The thing that we've decided is when you're with someone that you feel secure with and that you're proud to be with, why not share it?" She went on to suggest that having a wonderful 6 months together at that point made it even easier to share with fans. Ballerini also doesn't appear to be concerned with what her ex-husband, Morgan Evans, thinks of her lovey-dovey outings with Stokes.
I'm not married to him anymore, and I don't need to care about his feelings anymore.
Considering just how loved up Ballerini and Stokes are, it's no surprise that some people think their romance isn't real. There have been rumors that the lovebirds have even faked their entire relationship just for the publicity. And while it might seem a little wild, the theory isn't totally baseless. In 2023, Ballerini released an EP, while Stokes promoted another season of his show, Outer Banks. Both parties definitely benefited from a bunch of extra press. Still, Ballerini suggested that those allegations were ridiculous by poking fun at them on her Instagram story. She shared a photo Stokes posted of the pair, writing, "I don't know, it seems staged, probably PR." That wasn't the first time that the singer shut down negative rumors about her and Stokes on social media. In May 2023, Ballerini responded to a fan who asked her on Instagram if she and Stokes had broken up. Ballerini replied by posting a picture of them kissing and simply writing, "Nah."
I think I'm losing my fear of was that an overshare? I'm just kind of like, that definitely was an overshare, and that's all right. Who cares?
Still, all that PDA doesn't exactly resolve any rumors that the relationship might be staged. Some think that if it is indeed real, then it's a sign that things probably won't last for the pair. After all, Hollywood whirlwind romances don't exactly have the best track record. Despite the cards stacked against them, the talented duo continues to just prove these theories wrong. Ballerini and Stokes really do seem to be very much in love, and regardless of what anyone else thinks, they just might actually be each other's endgame.